The Huskies men's basketball team just threw their support behind a local cancer survivor. The team and head coach Danny Sprinkle hosting Cindy Tan during practice on Friday, all part of their initiative, Coaches versus Cancer, uniting more than 5,000 coaches to improve the lives of cancer patients and survivors. And Cindy is here this morning to tell us all about this. Cindy, good morning to you.
Good morning.
It's great to have you here. If you can, kind of share a little bit about your cancer journey. When were you diagnosed? What kind of cancer are we talking about? What that was like?
Sure, yes. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2017. It came as a complete surprise. Never would have thought that, I would have been diagnosed, but I had just moved to New York for a new job and was establishing care with my new doctor and kind of going over my history. And went for a scan, and then it came back as being breast cancer.
It is just so hard to even imagine. I'm a cancer survivor myself. That diagnosis, that moment when the doctor's telling you that information, It's hard to even process anything. Can you describe what that's like?
Oh, I was at work when I got the call, and so I ran into the copy, room back when there were copy rooms, and was just... everything was going through my head at that moment, and really after I was just in shock, speechless, ran into the bathroom and was just sobbing. I was so scared. I really didn't know what this meant, and I was alone in New York, and so it was definitely going to put me on a different journey than I thought that I was going to be on.
You and I are so lucky that we got great care, and now, here we are down the road, and you're doing well. It's been 7 years, right?
Yes, I am. I was on medication for about 5 years, but luckily was able to come off, and it's been great, It just feels like a new lease on life in terms of being healthy again, and really made me appreciate my health.
Okay, let's talk about the event that happened on Friday, Coaches versus Cancer. This is a joint effort between the American Cancer Society and the National Association of Basketball Coaches. How does the program use the basketball community to support folks dealing with cancer and cancer survivors?
Yeah, so we were invited to attend a men's basketball practice, and they just made me feel so special. The coaches and the staff, they were wonderful. It was very cool to see behind the scenes, You don't realize how much work actually goes into it. And so it was very cool to do that. And then I was invited to the game on Friday night and was able to bring some guests, my niece and some family, and it was just wonderful to have some, great conversations, and everybody was just lovely. So
why is it so important to have the support of organizations like Coaches versus Cancer?
They just have an audience that others can't reach, right? And so there's so many basketball fans out there, and so by using that platform, they can really spread the word more so than others can just, individually. So it's such a great program. Would highly recommend people support it, and it was, again, eye-opening for me, and I will definitely be supporting it myself.
I think that's great. And you got to talk with the head coach Danny Sprinkle as well. Did he have some words of encouragement, and did you offer him to drop a few plays for him or anything?
Yes, actually, he still owes me a whistle, but no, it was great. He was so nice and very kind and welcoming, as was everybody on the coaching staff and the team. So it was just great to be able to meet them and have a conversation with them, and they've also been touched by cancer as well. So you're just on a different playing field, when you have that in common.
Yeah, and I think that's a really important point, because folks like us, I mean, unfortunately, we do have a basis where we can talk to folks in a real way about what it's like to deal with that. Have you found that in your life?
I definitely have, because I am typically a private person, and never thought that I would be speaking about my cancer journey on TV, but I just felt like if there was a reason for me to have gone through that experience, it was to share it, and it's definitely helped me to cope with that, and felt like there was a bigger purpose to having gone through that experience.
And it is such a huge help to have a community behind you, especially when you meet the coach and you talk with the players, and that they have your back as well. And that's huge.
It is just to have that support, and to know that there actually are a lot of people who have been touched by cancer, right? And so, we are part of a club that we never asked to be part of, but now we have, an opportunity to share our experience with others, to know that they're not alone, and you can get through it, and there is light at the at the end of the tunnel after going through all of the treatment and everything.
Cindy Tan, thanks so much for coming on and sharing.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Great experience.
Thank you.